Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're diving into something really interesting happening in country music.
Yeah, what do we got?
It's about a debut album, but one made in a pretty unique way.
Okay, thank
You're
you.
pulling this from a CBS News report, specifically something Marin Taylor discussed on CBS Mornings Plus.
Marin Taylor, rising artist, right?
Exactly. So she has her debut album out, self-titled, 12 songs.
Standard enough so far. 12 songs, debut.
Right, but here's the hook, the thing that really caught my eye.
Okay.
The entire album, written on the road.
Oh, wow, okay, that is different. Like literally while touring.
Literally while touring, and not just any tour.
Uh-huh.
The CBS piece highlights this. She wrote it while she was the opening act for Kelsey Ballerini.
Kelsey Ballerini on the big 2025 arena tour.
That exact one. Opening arenas and writing her first ever album at the same time.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. Most artists, they lock themselves away for a debut.
Right. Studio time, quiet space, maybe a retreat somewhere.
Yeah, total focus. But this is the opposite. Constant motion, arena energy.
Exactly. So that's our mission for this deep dive. We really want to explore, what does that mean?
For her, for the music.
Yeah, for a new artist, crafting that first big statement album in that kind of environment.
High profile, high energy, constantly moving.
What does it tell us about, inspiration? Or just the process of making music today?
Especially country music, yeah. When your studio is basically the highway or a tour bus bunk.
It makes you wonder, practically speaking, how do you even pull that off?
That's the first thing I thought. Writing 12 songs, not just jotting down lyrics, but actual songs.
Full compositions, presumably.
Yeah.
While managing sound checks, performances, travel.
The logistics alone seem daunting. You're not just scribbling ideas, right? You need to capture something more solid.
Definitely more than notes on a napkin for a full album. So what are we talking about technically? Mobile recording rigs.
Probably a mix. Maybe basic laptop setups, small interfaces in hotel rooms, late nights on the bus.
Trying to find quiet moments, I guess.
For sure. But finding truly good recording conditions, sound isolation, consistent collaborators even, that's tough on the road.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It often forces a different approach, maybe more stripped-down ideas initially. You rely on capturing the core fast.
Okay, so huge challenges on one side. But then think about the other side.
The inspiration.
Yeah, being right there, night after night, feeling that arena crowd energy, moving through different cities.
Absolutely. The immediacy must be incredible. It's not theoretical.
It's real-time feedback, almost. How could that not seep into the songs, the lyrics?
Well, you'd expect it to, right? This isn't an album born from, quiet reflection looking back years later.
No quiet cabin in the woods here.
Definitely not. It's forged right in the heat of it all, so maybe the lyrics are super immediate.
Like capturing that feeling of being constantly on the move.
Yeah, the blur of cities, the backstage moments, maybe the exhaustion, the adrenaline. Not necessarily deep reflective stories, but snapshots.
Fresh takes, pulled right from that day's experience.
It could be incredibly raw and authentic because of that.
But hang on, couldn't that also be a negative?
How so?
Well, just the sheer tiredness, the lack of space, maybe privacy to really dig deep or polish things.
You mean it could lack depth or refinement?
Yeah, could it end up feeling maybe a bit rushed?
Yeah.
Or maybe the themes become repetitive because you're stuck in that tour bubble.
Yeah, that's the tension, isn't it? It's definitely a double-edged sword.
Okay.
The immediacy brings that raw energy, that authenticity we talked about. But yeah, the lack of time for quiet reflection, for careful editing, for second-guessing, that's a real risk.
Less chance to meticulously craft every little detail.
Exactly. You're probably leaning much more on instinct, on those initial sparks of ideas.
Which can be brilliant.
Totally brilliant. But it does mean maybe less intricate arrangements, perhaps less lyrical nuance than you might get otherwise. You have to trust your gut.
So it's like she was, building her house while living in it. But the house was also on a high-speed train.
That's a pretty good analogy, actually. It's intense.
So stepping back, what does this whole situation, this unique approach, tell us about maybe how artists develop now, or just how debut albums get made?
Is this a one-off or a sign of something changing?
Right. Are we seeing a shift where maybe performing live, being on tour, is becoming the main place new music actually gets created?
More so than the traditional studio incubator. It's possible.
It suggests artists might be figuring out their sound and testing material live, right in front of audiences, almost from day one.
Instead of emerging fully formed from a studio, yeah. We might get debuts that are less, quote-unquote, perfected.
But maybe more. Alive. Capturing that raw energy of finding your feet as an artist.
Exactly. It's like artistic development happening in real time, in public, which is fascinating.
And maybe that's a new model for how talent grows and connects with listeners now, doing both at the same time.
It certainly shows incredible adaptability, resilience too, in what's a really demanding industry.
Okay, so just to recap for everyone listening, we've been talking about Marin Taylor's debut.
The self-titled one, 12 songs.
And the really key thing, reported by CBS News, is that it was all written on the road.
While opening Kelsey Ballerini's huge 2025 arena tour.
Yeah, we've looked at the practical challenges of that, but also the potential creative sparks.
And how that whole process might shape the actual sound of the album and maybe signal shifts in the industry?
Which brings us to a final thought, something for you to chew on.
Yeah, think about this. How does that experience, the constant motion, the huge crowds opening for a star like Kelsey Ballerini, how does that actually imprint itself onto a debut album?
What does it do to the sound, the lyrics, the whole artistic statement she's making right out of the gate?
And maybe more broadly, what does this kind of made-on-the-move process tell us about how music creation itself might be evolving?
Are we shifting from the quiet studio to the, I don't know, the roar of the arena as the place where new music is really forged?
Something to think about.